Picture this, you're a young man with big dreams and even bigger potential. You know you're capable of achieving a lot of shit in your life, but there's just one problem. You can't seem to get the motivation to get started. And when you do get the motivation, it very, very rarely sticks around for very long. I bet this sounds familiar, doesn't it? Meanwhile, all around you, there are other men crushing life and making their dreams a reality. They're confident and seemingly fearless, and it seems like nothing can stand in their way. But what if I told you that you could be one of those young men too? What if I told you that with just a few simple life secrets, you could unlock your full potential and become the unstoppable force that you were meant to be? I wish I watched a video like this when I was younger, bro, because honestly, I was so unmotivated growing up as a teenager. And actually, this did carry on into my early 20s as well. And yeah, it was a bit of a joke, I can't lie. I used to be the kind of person that would put off doing laundry until I was like down to my last pair of boxers, you know? And I also used to skip my class in school and college because I hadn't done the work that I was supposed to do. I used to play Clash of Clans for hours and hours instead of actually focusing on the important responsibilities that I had. And to be fair, like at the time, I used to laugh about these kind of things, you know? It was funny, bro, like I'm such a legend, you know? But deep down, it didn't really feel so great. And I actually felt pretty worthless, to be honest with you. And I used to cope with this feeling of worthlessness by going to raves and parties and getting fucked up on drugs and drinking alcohol, which is really not a great habit and an ideal headspace to be in. Eventually, it got to a point where I realised that I just couldn't keep on living like a degenerate. I could no longer deal with the sickening regret that I felt in my stomach from letting down the younger version of Myron. I couldn't deal with it any longer. So I decided to really try and knuckle down for a little bit. I started eating better foods and I started turning up to my class and stuff like that. But of course it was extremely difficult for me because my mind and body wasn't used to it. I didn't have any motivation whatsoever, and this led to me giving up quite regularly, to be honest, which I know is exactly what you've been struggling with, isn't it, bro? I guarantee you're the kind of person that goes to the gym for an entire week and then gives up because you've done enough. Or I bet you're the type of person that would eat something healthy and then because you've done that, you'd eat an entire tub of ice cream because you ate healthy earlier. Anyway, after me giving up so regularly, I decided that I needed to find some ways to not only get motivated, but stay motivated. Now, many years later, I've got this YouTube channel with 500 subscribers. You know, it's nothing major, but still pretty decent, I guess. I run a small business, I eat a clean diet, I stopped watching porn, I've had some boxing fights, I'm in pretty decent shape, you know, nothing special, but you know, still pretty decent, I guess. Especially from a kid who used to be super skinny, you know, so yeah, I guess I'm pretty proud of that, to be honest. And one of the ways that I managed to do all of this was to learn about motivation and how to stay motivated. So for the rest of the video, bro, that's what I'm going to be discussing. I'm going to be sharing everything with you that I've learned about motivation, and I've labelled everything as hacks so that you can easily identify and understand what I'm saying a lot easier. So, hack number 1, embrace failure. So this is something you probably hear all the time, and you might think you know what it means, but what does it actually mean? Well, let me tell you. Basically, to embrace failure means you are literally grateful when things go wrong. You are happy that things have not gone to plan. It sounds pretty stupid, doesn't it? But that's the level of mindset I'm talking about here. Now you might be thinking like, oh nah, Myron, come on mate, you're chatting out your ass. But no bro, I'm not. Michael Jordan, you know, the famous basketball player, he didn't make it onto the team sheet in high school, bro. Do you know how insane that is, that he then became like the best basketball player to ever live? That example alone shows you why failure is important, but only if you decide to be grateful from it and choose to learn from it. So next time that you fuck up things with a girl, or if you don't do as well in an exam as you'd hoped, be grateful and look at it as an opportunity to grow and to learn. Failure is supposed to happen. Hack number 2, surround yourself with positive influences. You're at the age, bro, where the people you hang around with can literally determine your future. And yes, that means it's probably time that you started to get rid of the friends that are letting you down. Imagine there's 2 boys, right? You've got Alex, who hangs around with successful and upcoming business owners who are constantly in the gym and keeping fit. And then you've got another kid called Jimmy who spends his time hanging around with stoners who play video games for 10 hours a day and eat like 20 packets of Doritos, and the packets of Doritos are all over their living room floor and shit. Who do you think out of those two boys is going to be more successful in their life, and who do you think is going to be more motivated? It's obvious, isn't it, bro? Remember, you are the average of the 5 people that you hang around with most. If you make friends with the right people, they will motivate you to work hard and live up to your true potential. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to message 3 people that you know who are on a good path and try to form a friendship with them. It's really that simple, but you've got to be active in it, bro. Trust me, you're not going to regret it if you do it properly. Hack number 3. Use positive self-talk. This is a really, really good one, bro. The power of the thoughts you have and what you tell yourself about yourself has pretty much a direct reflection onto your reality. For example, if you tell yourself that you're shit at socializing, then how do you think you're going to act in social situations? If you tell yourself you're lazy and a waste of space, then you're going to be exactly that, bro. You're not going to be going to the gym and eating healthily if you're thinking like that, are you, bro? So what you actually want to do is be active in telling yourself positive things, bro. And you want to be doing that daily, regardless of whether or not you believe in them yet or not. These are called positive affirmations, and honestly, every single successful person pretty much in the whole of the entire world and history does positive affirmations. The idea behind them is that the more times you hear yourself saying them, the sooner you will start to believe it, in the same way that you believe the current negative things that you're telling yourself. So for example, you might want to start telling yourself things like, I am strong and resilient, or I am proud of who I am and for what I stand for. It sounds kind of cringe, I know, but just go with it. Basically, you want to be saying them out loud about 50 times every single day. And at first, you're going to be saying them and you're not going to believe the words that you're actually saying, but eventually you will start to believe them. This will then help you to project those thoughts into reality. Hack number 4, reward yourself when you actually achieve shit, bro. Now, by rewarding yourself, I don't mean go out and get absolutely smashed. I mean reward yourself by taking some time off and going somewhere nice. Maybe you go somewhere nice with your friends or your family, or maybe you take a weekend break somewhere nice in the countryside. Okay? Life is all about sacrificing and reward, bro. Sacrificing requires us to work hard and to stay focused on our goals, and knowing that a reward is going to come at the end of it all is going to help you to stay motivated and provide you with this amazing sense of accomplishment. So for example, after I won my last boxing fight, I went out with my family for some food and I ate like this big ass lemon cheesecake, and I swear on my life, man, it was the most unbelievably delicious tasting thing I'd ever eaten. It was the fact that I trained so hard for it and I'd sacrificed so much for it that the reward at the end of it all was just incredible. It was 10 times nicer. Now for hack number 5 is to track your progress. And I've briefly mentioned this before on this channel, but you know how when you send Snapchats to someone and you get that little streak going at the bottom of their name? Well, just seeing that number naturally kind of makes you want to continue that conversation going, doesn't it? You want to continue that conversation so that you can increase the streak, because it feels good seeing that little number go higher and higher every day, where you can actually apply that same formula to any good habits that you achieve in your life. So for example, for every day that you don't snack on crisps or chocolate, you can make up a little tally on a piece of paper to track it. And then you can also do the same thing for being on NoFap, bro, or for going to the gym. And the higher you see that number go up and up, the more motivated you're going to be to continue that streak going. It doesn't have to be complicated, bro. Believe you can, and you're more than halfway there.